Welcome back, everybody, as we swing ourselves from our first series into, guess what, the second one. That was pretty quick from EG as they dispatch Infamous, but we've got a spectacular best-of-3 ready and waiting for you. Lacoste.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hype match. Team Secret seems like they've done their homework, banning out Bounty, IO, and Coddle already. From what I saw, they picked more than 5 times Coddle in the past month. And we're in for a treat, boys. We have FY Rubik.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, Secret, you know, they had an interesting game yesterday against Infamous. They had the POS 5, or kind of 4.5 Wraith King, whatever you want to call it. The support Wraith King that Puppy brought out felt a bit gimmicky for Secret against Infamous. This time, you know, they're up against some real challengers in LGD who have been performing pretty damn nicely recently with their new roster. Or new-ish roster, you know, of course. X-Nova and Chalice brought in. They kept Arme and Somnus to...
It's pronounced Chalice.
Chalice.
Chalice, sorry. Just kidding, I don't know. We called them that during the Katowice qualifiers for some reason, I don't know. It's gonna be a Naga. No.
Was that you and Skim?
Yeah, it was me and Skim. Elder Titan
Bunch
and
of Muppets you are.
Disruptor. That's pretty strong opening. Again, Disruptor, one of the heroes that has been on the rise as a first pick, especially since the Disruptor and Naga combo.
Yeah, for sure. Turn 1 kill into 2. Always wonderful to have. And I guess you've got a decent setup combo here with Stomp into Static Storm to start things off. Pretty good lane pressure supports as well, as long as they're not forced into kind of defensive tri-lane kind of scenarios. But we'll see what we end up having, as LGD with that Omni likely just gets shoved into the offlane alone. They've already banned the Razor, Chen Tiny, and as you mentioned, IO, Cottle, Bounty. Yep. Secret take them all out.
During the EG series, I talked about how different regions pick differently. Here's the perfect example. EU most of the time picks 4 and 5, while Chinese scene, they pick one of the cores plus position 4 or /5. Depends where they want to put Rubik. A lone druid ban out. That's not what we usually see, but Secret loves to run it. Secret's one of the teams that that's really impossible to guess what they're gonna pick. Very versatile, and they love to test stuff, especially since Puppy is in the boss seat.
It's like Secret and Liquid, right?
Yeah, it's always so stubborn. If he thinks something can work, he's gonna make it work.
And most of the time it does. Well, with Disruptor ET, there's so many different avenues they can go down. I mean, looking at their previous drafts, they had an Earthshaker Disruptor about a month ago back at Genting as their opener. They followed through with that was the LD Invoker Phoenix game. They had the offlane Phoenix, and Invoker for mid one was the Treads build very early on, just running at people. You know, no Midas, none of that nonsense, just slaying non-stop. But right now, banning out the DK. Removes one of those heroes that's very good up on the front lines with the Repel and the Omni behind him. That big tower damage hero. And maybe even the Terrorblade, as that has been known as Arme's real big signature hero. But there's one out there, Gyrocopter, that's been untouched. And I guess with Secret having this semi-wombo combo, or at least the setup available to them, they are the most threatening with a Gyro pick, it feels like.
Yeah, Gyro's one of the heroes that has been so popular for a lot of the time. I think even though Mask of Madness was nerfed, a lot of players find a different strat. Everyone builds drums right now. FaZe gives him the move speed, the tankiness that he needs. S and Y, again, more tankiness and move speed. Some of the players started to build Aghanim Scepter, which is kind of cool. Replacement for Mask of Madness in terms of flash farming. And it also gives you some stats, which is not bad. But you need to have a good early game so you can actually go for Ags.
Yeah, like the item itself is great, but the build-up is kind of... You know, this item doesn't give... Like, you know, it's 4,200 worth of items that don't give you, you know, any real utility or action until you finish the item itself. So it's... No, I guess kind of like Radiance in that sense. You know, you're kind of building up to that finished, completed.
Judging by the LGD's bans, Lone Druid, Nyx,
10 seconds.
They might go for Phantom Lancer. Plus, Dragon Knight is banned
5
out as
seconds
well.
remaining.
But all these 3 heroes are really good against PL.
The puck is still out there. That's a spooky one.
I think Dragon Knight is going to be the most, one of the most contested heroes this whole tournament. I think the win rate on DK is huge. He's one of the mids that doesn't lose mid lane.
Yeah, definitely as a core or a mid hero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing, a lot of Disruptor, a lot of Omni. It feels like Razor is just banned first phase, like in the majority of games. Just like, don't want to give people Razor Omni, don't want to have people take Razor if we want Omni, and all of those little scenarios there. Night Stalker ban from Team Secret up against LGD. What's up with that? Seems like an interesting one to me. Bit of a vision hero from the 4 role, I guess, since LGD are definitely lacking that vision
10 seconds
play around
remaining.
for now.
Also, Tusk is in the pool if they want to
5
go for it.
seconds
Tusk Omni Knight, really strong combo on an off lane. You can turn things around easily with the save from a snowball, another heal, good kill potential.
And thinking about vision now, Secret technically have 2 vision heroes, right? Thunderstrike, Glimpse,
Yeah.
Elder Titan, Spirit, Kinetic Field even to some extent. Just from their 2 supports. Naga Siren all the way through to the second phase. No real kind of setup wombo combo for them just yet from their off lane or their support. But it still will give you that hero that can kind of roam around the map, get vision from the illusions, and just harass people early on with the high armor HP that she has. Maybe Stout Shield or Venom build, and there's the combo. The maybe SF, Requiem into Song, or Song into Requiem, I guess, the correct order of it. But Secret went for the gyro as we kind of expected. Now into that final pick of the second phase, they kind of move towards the offlaner potentially. I'm thinking Tide. I don't know about you.
Yeah, Tide and DP, none of the heroes contested so far. Sometimes Shadowfiend is an answer for a DP to an extent because of the double, triple raise, especially if position 4 hero rotates on a mid, so she can't use the Spirit Siphon. I don't know, playing Rubik against the Tidehunter always feels good.
Yeah.
And against Naga Siren, I'm not feeling the Tidehunter pick right here. Naga can easily disrupt after the Ravage.
Yeah, looking at this Naga now, she's got one decent combo with a Song into Requiem, but it feels like more of a reset Naga, right? If they go in with a Stomp, or if they start the cooldown, or there's just a Glimpse, you've got the ability to just Song of the Siren, make sure that you get your Omni in range with that Repel, with that ability to move forward, and Secret, well, they come out with that pick-off power, the Beastmaster with the Roar, potentially the dual lane as well with that Elder Titan, very strong indeed against a Rubik and a Naga, who could struggle against the Wild Axes, but it's even more vision for Team Secret to play around with the Hawks.
Turn to ban.
And that's a good ban on side of LGD, since they have no vision whatsoever, and they can't really go Tinker themselves. Could be a good, really, Tinker game for Team Secret. Also, one of the heroes that Secret could go for, no lockdown. Maybe a Storm
5
Spirit, he can easily
seconds
dodge Naga Siren's net. Shadowfiend doesn't provide anything, neither does Omni.
Yeah, maybe Storm struggles like early laning stage. You're mentioning
that's
the
true
raises
against
against
the
SF,
Shadowfiend, yeah.
but you've got potentially an ET or a Disruptor there to help you to stack the jungle and come back. Definitely more of a kind of mid to late game pick, while the rest of your heroes with the combos they've got potentially could go and look for fights with the ET Gyro and Beastmaster early on, create a bit of space for the Storm Spirit, but it is now their time to pick that final hero. Whereas over on LGD, we're still waiting for the 1 roll potentially to come out. The Terrorblade is still there from Ame if he wants to go for it, but up against ET Gyro, Beastmaster, doesn't feel particularly nice.
5 seconds remaining.
All of that lockdown and spill damage, so Secret Luna, in fact.
So it's going to be a mid gyro.
Cool. Against the SF, yeah, with a homing missile build, that could definitely work out.
They're going to need to have someone with the Shadowfiend. Naga Siren probably at the first couple of levels.
There's the
Terrorblade you were talking about. And it makes a lot of sense, especially after the Luna pick. Terrorblade is one of the heroes that can just destroy Luna in the late game. The reflection damage is just insane. He gets all the auras from Luna, the bounce.
Beastmaster as well.
Yep, especially when he gets to level 20. He has 0.5 seconds downtime on reflection, which is pretty imbalanced in my opinion, but we still have patches every 2 weeks, so that could be fixed.
Now, what is his 20 talent? Is it -8
Minus
seconds?
10 seconds
-10?
on reflection.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so it's a 6-second cooldown with 5.5 seconds duration.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, whenever Luna gets to let's say 5th or 6th slot, he cuts her HP to 50% pretty much, and could kill someone who's standing close to her.
That's damn
I mean, it's dispellable, so you should be careful about using the Manta style with Luna or a BKB.
Look at Arme's Terrorblade, though. It's so shiny.
It's shiny, yeah. Chinese always have the
best cosmetics.
The best cosmetics. Sunken relics.
They surely do.
What's the cost of that item?
I don't know. I know when it like first appeared, I heard whisperings that Inflame bought it for like $3,500 US. So I think the price, a year ago, or however long ago it was, 7 months ago, whatever, it was like between 2 and 5K. I have no idea how much it's worth right now. It could have gone skyrockets upwards, you know. Could be like 20K item now. Could be worth 20 cents, you know. You never know with these Dota cosmetics, do you? Into game number 1 we head. Secret against LGD. Chalice up towards the top lane with a double mango on the Omni Knight. Terrorblade is pretty standard. Tangos, wand build, SF, normal. We have a Windlace though on the Naga Siren, so no Stout, no Orb of Venom, as X-Nova will be the Poverty Rubik, but FY looking to maybe maneuver between the lanes a little more freely with that Windlace.
Yeah, I guess the reason why he's going for a Windlace, that they have a better catch potential. On Beastmaster didn't have enough gold to buy boots, but look at that move speed. It feels so weird. 339 because of the agility.
339. Just round it up. Come on. 340. Give it. Nice little play by Fata there. Pretends he has an observer ward, walks into an area where potentially Radiant have vision down this angle with the mango in his backpack to try and pretend he's put a ward down in that spot there. But nothing doing as FY moves up, finds the wild axes. Bounty rune, 2 apiece there for each team. Ace grabs the top one, Yapzor the bottom, as Chalice and Arme grab themselves a couple of bounties for the rest of their team as well. And maybe in the mid lane. Well, his block, not open AI level it looks like here, as it will maneuver itself in front of him, while mid one will be able to control his wave up on top of that ramp.
Oh, it almost gets to the tower.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect for mid one.
Aggro, the switch. First deny for maybe.
It always feels so good when you get the... Oh, this is plus extra creep. Mid one gets the last hit.
FY is here though, like you said, helping out the SF. Mid one just left alone. As bottom lane, ET Beastmaster against the TB Rubik. And we've seen Puppey chasing Chalice all the way across the map with the wave drag back. Omni trying to hold it here. Puppey getting a lot of free damage in onto the Omni Knight though, as he's going to have to go under his own tower.
Yeah, he tried to send him back, but it was not very efficient.
Is under attack.
Doesn't mean he has no Thunderstrike for now. Puppey can go for some hits under the tower. Thinking about it.
Oh, that's a good harassment. 2 hits from the tower.
Well played by Omni. Puppey overstepping just a touch. Could have just maybe, A moved under the tower. Let the hero take the wheel. LGD put themselves in a defensive tri-lane now, but Yapzor in this aggressive position. So good with his spirit now against 3 heroes. It looks like they have, though, blocked up their own camp. A nice little sentry ward there from LGD means that Yapzor doesn't have access to the stacking capabilities, but also the spirit doesn't get that extra move speed and damage in towards him.
Bottom lane, they have a good kill potential. They have Reflection level 1. They just need Naga's Net, plus Rubik Lift, who's also level 2.
Loaded to the gills.
Mid lane back to the 1v1.
A gift from the Tempest of
What's Gyro at 7-3 against the SF 7-6, so maybe coming out with a couple more denies. But here comes the maneuver from X-Nova. You're talking about the Rubik. will spot Fata here. Wild Axes still ready to go. Ensnare into the Metamorphosis. Fata trying to escape, but the lift back into this Arme TB. One more hit is all he needs. Fata cutting through with the Salve and the Tango. Gets himself out of danger potentially here with the Wild Axes swinging back. X-Nova dropping low, and First Blood goes to Yapzor. Now he's ensnared and surely will fall, but that is well played by Team Secret. Fata with some godly moves.
Yeah, nice turnaround. The flask usage, hiding in the trees. Little Ringa Rosie.
Might go flatly over here on the Beastmaster. Tapping his feet all the way across into the tree line. And that's now meta used. Will be on cooldown for a good 110 seconds. That's pressure that Beastmaster and Elder Titan can all push forward into this Radiant safe lane. I've got to say, mid one, a Gyro against an SF who has 12 souls up now. It looks like maybe went for the level 2 Razors over the level 2 Necromastery. He's CSing very well. 11-4 against 13-8. Bottom lane again. Fata caught. Lift back after the ensnare. And this time Arme does not get caught by that Echo Stomp. But Fata, tanky, not tanky enough. Will get swiped down by the Terrorblade.
Yeah, they lack mana and the HP on their supports. Naga has a clarity on. They should just keep the pressure on the bottom lane. Once the meta is up, they can easily score some kills. With Rubik Lift, with the net, they have enough cooldown to just keep them in place. And the cooldown, enough lockdown.
Luna, 20 and 6. Ace, very skilled at the killing of the creeps. And of course, Puppy here, keeping this lane alive. Gets turned a little bit around on by Chalice, but Omni Knight, main aim here just to drag the wave back and gain himself some experience, get towards that level 4. Anyone got a bottle in the mid lane? No, of course not. Bottle's dead. Rip that item. But mid one will get the salve off and the DD rune to boot.
Yeah, bottle is more of an off-lane item than the mid right now, especially when you're playing off-lane 1 versus 1. Just get the bottle, get 2 runes, get back to the lane, be full HP.
Maybe 3 runes if you're lucky.
Maybe.
Radiant's middle tower
So
is
FY
under
so
attack.
far has been spending a lot of time down in bottom lane with this Naga Siren. What was it, like 10, 20 seconds mid lane?
Are
Gets an
scanning.
Observer Ward down towards bottom. Not going to get scouted here during the night time. In a very, very interesting spot. Could go in. Level 2 in the ensnare. Try and find an opening onto Fata here with a Metamorphosis ready, like you were mentioning. This is time, but the Radiant scanning. Yapzor will maneuver himself from east to west towards that middle lane. Chalice running away from top. Puppy with a glimpse back and the Lucent Beam will drag him into the final killing blow there while bottom lane Fata dies. There's the meta used and pressure into the tier 1 as they've got a decent creep wave coming in. Yapzor will have to get himself back down to bottom again.
Like if you look at the timings on LGD side, they are playing around that siege creep. They want to use meta right now, which they did, so they can actually push. They have Bassi on Terrorblade, probably gonna deal some damage to the bottom tower. Well, maybe not. If he keeps spamming Wild Axes,
Yeah.
that could defend. Plus, they have Elder Titan.
Level 2 Wild Axes. Something maybe a little less common here. Fata goes for the 1 point and Call of the Wild, so he's got this boar out. Usually we kind of see the maxing of the passive and the axes. FY spotted out here, but a quick TP will get away from the homing missile. An Invis rune for Yapzor can be picked up. X-Nova knows about it.
He actually has a bottle on Gyro.
So he does. Absolutely right.
I guess he needed some sustain, and it gives him kill potential if he gets a good rune, a haste, an invis. He can gank other lanes.
And he can kind of spam out homing missile, but then when he reaches level 6, he'll have that mana from Wand and Bottle to be able to call down onto the SF for a potential play.
I'm not a big fan of mid Gyro because he can farm, but he needs some help. You need to rotate position 4 hero to try to get some kills. Do we have any stacks so far? Not yet.
Nothing being done. Poppy here, though, close to 7 minutes. He'll get a stack off. There we go. Speak of the devil. And he shall come. LGD still pretty passive for now. Chalice 0-1-0, getting a decent amount of levels out of this top lane, already up to 5. Fata closing in on that, but they have been running this kind of dual lane with the Yapzor ET around. Now lurking in behind mid, realizing that this kind of maneuver is likely to come from LGD. Mid one is open and a potential kill to grab. The Spirit on cooldown for a second, and he's just blown up so quickly. Yapzor had no chance to react there. He gets to sleep onto the Naga, but it just happens so quickly.
Yeah, sadly, Gyro did not have boots. It was in the chicken, but someone else was using it. Maybe with the chicken he could have run away with the extra movement speed. Bottom lane, Terrorblade, free farming, same as Luna on top, same CS.
Blades of the Foulfell Corruptor. I'm not sure about the wings on this TB set, but
Yeah, it looks more of a Night Stalker than Terrorblade wings.
it's Kerrigan. Bringing back the old StarCraft characters. FY super tanky. 8 armor, 820 HP, Tranquils and Wand. Just walking into a couple of enemies there without really a care in the world. That's Fata and Yapzor. Got some creep clearing here in the jungle. Just pop the shrine together. Nice little bonding session there between the two lads. And they left the Terrorblade alone to farm, though, in the meantime. But, you know, you've got this balance of Luna, TB, but you don't have the balance of the SF and the Gyro. You know, like you're mentioning, the mid-Gyro, he can farm, but he needs help. He needs stacks to be built up. While maybe he goes to lane, he shoves it out with a couple of razors, back into the jungle, clears out a couple of camps there, and he is getting significantly further ahead. And Gyro now doubled up on in the CS department.
That's the strongest part of Shadowfin. Just to use double raises, shove out the waves, farm the jungle. It's especially right now. It's so much harder to kill him because of the tower. It's closer to a mid lane, so he can just more easily shove out the waves.
He's barely behind Ace in net worth, in fact. With that one kill he's got on the SF. Difficult to bring him down with FY behind him as well. Naga Siren ready and waiting in the shadows. Poppy. Moving around. No bounty rune there, my friend. Look at this LGD duo coming in. FY and maybe Naga and SF. They feel like something's up. They want to try and make a play onto Ace. They know he's low mana here and only has, you know, an int switch into a Lucent Beam, but there's the glimpse sending back the Naga Siren. Trouble is the Shadow Fiend is well in the thick of things here with a repel on him. And Luna very quickly cleared up.
Yeah, and they're gonna get that D-Ward. Meanwhile, Gyro at least gets some CS on a mid lane. Beastmaster just hit level 6, so he should be the one making some space. Okay, Gyro with the haste. He can easily go top if they decide to group up and push the tower.
Terrorblade's just not showing on the map either, so there really aren't many options for the Gyro, right? It's either sit mid and farm mid, or go top. You can't go hunting for the TB, you've got no vision of him, so Fata just keeps shoving out the wave bottom towards his Helm of the Dominator he goes, while top, Yapzor and Poppy try and hold this wave back with some Spirit Stomps and Thunder Strikes, but Naga Siren in from the back, no follow through there, as FY may be thinking about an end snare. And it just will be tower pressure here from Secret as they shove into tier 1s again, mid and bottom lane, and it looks like LGD have given up on top.
That should be a kill on Omni on bottom.
And the roar comes in, the right clicks from Luna. Purification and Guardian Angel though from Chalice by a little bit of time. Fata dropping low here, and Ace with this Eclipse will be forced to use it. In comes X-Nova, burst down immediately. Static Storm is there, flying through from Poppy. Chalice found, turns around with that Purification, but Gyro arrives with that Haste Rune swinging in. Looking for this tier 1 tower. Easily taken by Secret, and a very nice maneuver.
Whenever your tier 1 tower is pressured, what teams do, they just pressure enemy tower in return, and that's it.
Gyro TP into cooldown, FY and maybe both being caught in this. Looks like they will just fall back a little bit, but FY with that stomp out from Yapzor gets the split out with a mirror image. Keeps his actual hero alive, forces the glyph now with a metamorphosis still going from Ame. That tower was taking an absolute beating, but Secret, you know, they swing bottom lane, get a tower, 2 very good observer wards now as well. Over the Ancients, over the farming area here for the Shadow Fiend and the Terrorblade. Shadowblade. If you put those two together.
Hero.
Terror Fiend?
Luna has a lot of farm. Level 10 ulti on cooldown.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Look at the deep wards coming out from Team Secret. Whenever tier 1 tower falls, the classic switcheroo begins, what I like to call it.
The
Radiant
mirror.
goes to
Radiant's middle
Dire
tower is
jungle
under
and
attack.
Dire goes to
Dire's
Radiant.
top tower has fallen.
Nice little mirroring there. LGD, no wards on any of the heroes up here, so they are
Radiant's bottom
moving towards
tower
tier 2
is
top
under
and cutting through this Dire jungle. They'll scout out some stacks potentially here as
Dire's top
FY
tower is
goes
under
in
attack.
deep, but he doesn't have any vision to plant. Scan there
Dire
from
are
the
scanned.
Dire will scout out FY, sure enough.
Radiant structures
Now maybe
are
moving forward,
fortified.
gets hit by that spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
LGD
attack.
unable to really find too much. Not going to clear the stack either as they want to get themselves in on this mid tower, knowing the glyph is down, or, well, has been reset, apparently, with that tower dying.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Still be able to bring down the tower, though.
And not too much action happening, only 9 kills 13 minutes in. Beastmaster with Helm of the Dominator finished, has an extra unit.
FY in mid one having a bit of a scrap. That cooldown does just clip, doesn't land the second rocket, but the rocket barrage will do the job. Meanwhile, Static Storm onto Chalice. LGD being picked apart from right to left. Mid one finds FY and Chalice found by Fata there. Was that a Roar expended as well with the Static Storm? It looks like it. So Omni unable to get any of his spells out, and LGD being pressured super hard, but look at who's coming in from behind. Terrorblade is ready to fight. The glimpse onto Rubik will catch X-Nova, sprinting forward. Mid one wants to get the damage in, and they will clear up yet another. Terrorblade still looking to fight, though. He knows a number of these spells are down, but he can't stick on a target. He can't catch. There is no one here
Song
to stop
missed.
them. The Song, it's not going to be in range.
Is under attack.
Finally, they find the Elder Titan, but that is the only kill they'll get.
And they used, what, 2 ultis plus meta. He's just gonna need to farm with meta. Mid tower is really low. Fata's gonna deny it.
Dire's
The
middle tower has
team
been
fighting
denied.
capabilities of Team Secret is just way too good. They have enough to control this Omni Knight. Naga needs to stay behind if they focus Omni and use Sleep, because they have Beastmaster Roar that goes through Repel. They have Static Storm to control Omni Knight in these fights, so they should just play around Naga Siren Sleep if they want to re-engage, though.
But busting out all of your big ultis there for just an ET feels pretty bad. LGD just found themselves in poor positions, getting picked off one by one, and now another smoke from Secret. Like you're saying, their team fight just so good right now. Looks like they'll try and secure Roshan. Fata 1 point in the Inner Beast, but he's got the Wild Axes and a nice little Dark Troll summoner with the attack speed aura from the Hellbear on top of it all. Secret. Roshan looks like it's theirs with no contest from LGD at all.
Yeah, mid one just bought full drums and phase boots. He was saving gold, had 3,000 gold, and he has a Fairy Fire. If you don't use Fairy Fire in the
Dire's bottom tower
in the first 5 minutes, you're not gonna use that item at all.
True enough. Running out of slots there a little bit. LGD looking for an objective of their own. They've got this Omni behind the SF, like we expect, maybe up on the front lines, but they are afraid of what's coming their way. Puppy
Dire's bottom tower
coming
is under
through
attack.
the vision of the Radiant here. A nice little triangle of observables though from the Dire, still up. Watching around this area, they know the Rubik and the Omni both in that middle lane, mid one.
Yeah,
Well,
look at this shrine on top. The little Centaur Conqueror. What is he trying to do?
he's horny, okay?
I don't know if he's horny or maybe he's Sheldon. You're in my spot. Look at him.
Deary me. Chalice just walks it off. Well, yeah, LGD definitely feel afraid in this game, right? They know that Secret have vision of them in a number of places. They're trying to split out these waves and get Terrorblade to a point where he feels strong. But, you know, you need to go for a smoke gank. You need to try and change the status quo here. Catch Secret when they feel uncomfortable, when they're split up. But you need vision.
But the problem for LGD is that they don't have any catch. The best way to start a fight is Rubik with a lift, and that's pretty much it, or
SF
Naga
Blink.
Siren and Snare.
SF has Blink Yules. That seems like the only way they're going to be able to jump onto the Luna here. Maybe those switches back towards the Disruptor. Static Storm will cancel out any further follow-through. Now the Song maybe has Repel. Moves forward. Requiem onto who, though? They've got to wind it up, but Fanta's here, potentially with a Roar to turn back in. The cooldown will land as well. Down goes X-Nova and maybe follows. Chalice trapped inside everything else, and Team Secret. Oh, man. That really is a disaster for LGD. You know, they're setting up, they're getting their big old left hook to get right around the cheekbone of Secret, and then all of a sudden it's a duck under and a slam into the groin as LGD, unfortunately, left with a bitter taste in their mouth and even more potentially going to come their way. They've trapped in the Terrorblade here with the Elder Titan. Yapsor maybe about to die, will indeed. The Sunder thrown back, but Ace, Lucent Beams and damage from mid-1 will secure another kill. Arme, what was he doing there?
They don't have meta. They don't have Naga Siren. They can easily take tier 2 tower.
It's a chain feed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
LGD just giving one by one, and now another glimpse. Chalice does have the repel.
The way this fight started, he uled one hero and didn't want to go for the Requiem play because he was afraid that the Beastmaster is just gonna roar him and cancel it. Then Song was popped. Then they didn't know what they're gonna do. And good wraparound from Ace there. Big ulti on Shadowfiend plus one more hero. It's impossible to take fight, especially when they have Aegis on Luna still. That's a full pike, finished level 15 on Luna. Yeah. With the Beastmaster, once that kicks in, if they lose another fight, they might actually threaten Raxus.
With the Beastmaster just going to run towards buildings.
But
yeah, you know, with Luna here, having that Aegis, it felt like maybe SF could have gone in, but, you know, Blink, Yules, Requiem, Luna with Aegis doesn't really do anything apart from take the Aegis away. She's still going to come back up with Pike and that ulti. They had to go for that kind of awkward fight. But I've got to say, the Static Storm from Puppey in that situation, thinking back on it, was so sick. As soon as they get songed and jumped, he's just like, Static Storm, make sure that only the Naga's trapped here and the rest of the heroes kind of stuck there for, you know, 3-4 seconds. Secret is playing every single part.
Sometimes you don't need to hit the spells, you just need to zone people out.
Yeah. Put them in an uncomfortable position. That really is what Secret have done pretty much this entire game, is make LGD uncomfortable. Even when they have meta, when they have Requiem, they have Song, they don't feel like they can move forward and use them. Somnus now, though, Yules into Requiem, wound up onto mid-1, does get a lot of damage in, but needs the raise. And the Fade Bolt from X-Nova to secure that streak take back. A mega kill. Money goes to the Rubik.
Dire's top tower has
That is a nice pick-off to start things off. They get a tier 2 tower. That's the cherry on top. But the rest of their heroes still kind of trapped over on this Radiant side.
Yeah, 40 seconds until Aegis is gone. Luna has the ultimate. 4-staff finished on ET.
Oh, Luna picked up. Look at the micro from Fata, though. Traps that Rubik with a Centaur Stomp. FY may have pushed a little too far forward.
I love the build-up on Fata. He wants to be mobile, wants to be able to actually go onto Shadowfiend if he decides to go for a combo. That's why Shadowfiend is building into Lincoln Sphere.
Oh, maybe. They've got vision of him, glimpsed back. Now Yules up from himself, but the Static Storm is still going to be there with the Roar. Down maybe goes. Getting pinged out a lot there. Maybe he's like, guys, they've got vision.
They have
somewhere.
vision, yeah. So they have a level 3 Inner Beast, they have a level 4 Lunar Blessing. I guess Team Secret is just gonna play around the Roche. Maybe try to bait the Song of the Siren before they go.
Mid-1, straight in on top of FY. TB is here with a ton of damage though, and mid-1 has overplayed.
Oh, not again!
He was alone.
Not again.
Not
He
again.
got blown up by Shadowfiend on top with the combo. You know how you need to not miss a combo with a Shadowfiend? Better late than never. Like, that's the 100%.
Yeah. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. You definitely you do not want to burst out too early, right? With all that damage. What is that, a full pipe for the Omni? Moving into Ags. Song of the Siren from FY. Oh, that is super defensive. Trying to TP up towards top lane to catch Ace. Oh, that's what it was. They were looking for the pick. Fata unable to get the Roar. Still on cooldown there and hunting for Arme, who goes back into the jungle. Meta is down. But what happened up top lane? Ace got the tower, so yeah, the tower was dying, and FY TPs with a song to try and catch him.
Yeah, that's
Ace.
a full BKB on Luna right now, so she's not threatened by Shadowfiend combo, neither by the sleep.
And Gyro has one in like 600 gold as well. So that double BKB on the cause going to be pretty damn nice here for Team Secret. Fata, Medallion now. Oh, full Solar Crest, in fact, on top of Blink Helm. And a smoke ready for Puppey. Looks like they want to go and make a play with Yapzor here. Yeah, force staffing up. Quickly. Get ourselves into position. Who are they looking for here? FY is just behind Maybe. Maybe with the Yule's Blink does have a way to potentially escape. But they're trying to backstab in here and maybe look for the Terrorblade. But Arme, X-Nova and Chalice all up towards top lane. And I love the way Secret play this. So often you see one core out on the map, and you're like, look, okay, Luna's there pushing tower. She must have 3 people behind her.
Yeah, that's the next level of thinking, just baiting, and now they're gonna go from behind.
And here are the 3 people, not behind the Luna, but behind the Naga Siren. And Luna has managed to escape from that top lane, comes down towards bottom to clear out some creeps as well. While the Radiant side, you know, they realize just a little bit too late and are unable to capitalize on that maneuver.
Yeah, what the Secret did, it's a cocky play, but it's worth it. Like, you see Luna pushing. 99% of the people would think there's someone standing behind, but they wrap around. So they're just gonna play around Roche. FY pinging it out. 43 seconds until the next song. Roche will respawn in 40 seconds, so that's a good timing for LGD.
TB gets the hell out of this top lane. Dire Obs Wards watching for that TB split and farm position. SF also well known to just shove out this top lane from the Radiant side. Dire Vision pretty limited to just that though, as Secret do need to get out and refresh some of these wards, which Puppey is nicely holding on to. They'll go for another smoke, another pick. But mainly this is, you know, a warding mission pick, right? They look for a kill. If they don't find it, it's okay. They're securing Roshan, getting some vision down, but LGD equally smoking up with themselves. Song of the Siren and Spirit Vessel over on this Naga Siren. They've got meta ready. And they'll move into position. The trouble is Secret. They were already here setting up. Obsward down, sentry pre-placed. And LGD smoke will come to nothing.
It becomes a problem at this point and in the later stages. They don't have anything to hold people in place for Terrorblade to actually deal the damage. If Rubik dies, if Rubik just uses a lift, they have nothing else. And they have good kiting capabilities. 2 Force Staffs, 1 Glimmer Cape soon finished on Puppey. Puppey with 0 deaths.
Again.
Pretty impressive. Yeah, he didn't die in that game with the Raid King.
It feels like this is going to be like 3 or 4 games in a row or something. That Puppey's going to go for a record, you know, just try and have as many consecutive games without deaths on this support. Has been playing spectacularly so far. As Secret, time to move into the Roshan pit.
They got all the vision they need. Summons from Beastmaster, Hawk, 1 extra creep from Helm of the Dominator, Spirit from Elder Titan. And they can't even get close.
And yeah, and their creep wave is like at the tier 3 here in the mid lane as well. Who are they sending forward? Nargit Illusion, but Roshan down to 2,000 HP. LGD really no chance to get inside the pit. And they will move forward to clear out a wave mid. But at this point, really, you need a Blink Dagger on this Naga or something, it feels like, to be able to set up for these fights. In the way
but they don't have
want.
any combos.
Like Requiem's the
nothing
only one,
happens.
right?
He can set it up with the Blink Dagger Yule Scepter himself. The problem is, yeah, he actually has Lincoln Sphere right now, so that's gonna stop Beastmaster from roaring him.
But Static Storm is still there. Going to be very annoying. What is that now? Aegis on Luna, Cheese on mid one's Gyro. Ace incredibly farmed, 17,000 net worth on this Luna. And they've got all these auras to go in towards the high ground as well. Boots of travel for Fata now, able to split out and move across this map a little nicer.
Yep, all tier 2 towers are down. They're just gonna wait Luna to get the Manta style so she can get rid of Reflection, and then they're gonna go. The problem is when you're playing against Luna and you're so far behind, you need to defend tier 3 towers, but if you can, they have Aegis, then you just get exposed Raxes, and then then Luna becomes like 5 times stronger.
The glaives start
Yeah.
to bounce and things get nasty. Look at that, Luna's ready to go. They've almost got a halberd done here for the Elder Titan. Pretty good up against the TB or the SF. Pop that Lincoln's or just stop the TB meta from doing too much damage from the real hero.
I think the problem right now, not just in this game, but in general, is that evasion is so strong because you can hardly pierce it. You have Solar Crest, which is barely built, and especially on the cores, let's say Terrorblade, Shadowfin, they always need a different item. Like you can't afford to go for an MKB, and they have what, Solar Crest. They have almost. Oh, right, almost full butterfly on Gyro. Luna's gonna build one as well. Then you have Elder Titan,
Halberd,
who's
yeah.
gonna build a halberd.
Everyone's got evasion.
Yep.
Everyone except Puppy, I guess.
Dire's bottom
Unfortunate.
tower is under attack.
But yeah, like with the change to MKB, like you could understand why they've done it. It was a very strong item, but now they've, over nerfed it, I guess, is the way to look at it.
Yeah, this is the reason why Nike's build is so popular, Radiance into Solar Crest, because the cores don't build MKB that early.
We need to bring back the Rod of Atos cripple with the accuracy. Well, no, we do need like a mid-tier item. I know Nahaz has talked about this a lot as well, but some kind of, like 2.5, 3,000 gold worth item that has some kind of evasion mitigation, kind of equal to a Solar Crest but reverse.
I mean, Solar Crest has accuracy. What's the percentage? I even forgot. 40% accuracy, but it's still
So
not
bad.
still not enough.
But you never want to put it onto someone with it doesn't feel good. You feel much nicer putting it onto your allies.
Oh, look at the damage from Reflection. 500 HP.
Immediately gone. Secret, like you said, as soon as they get towards this Radiant base, they're going to be knocking on tier 3s and then trying to expose these racks. A little bit worried, though, about LGD's combo. They do still have all of these ultis up, maybe. Sitting pretty far back away from this mid lane, making sure that he gets caught by absolutely nothing. No random stomp, no static storm, no anything, no hawk vision. He wants to make sure that he can also push out this bottom wave as well. On top lane, Ace is up here on the tier 3, an unexpected move there. As the creep wave was arriving in mid, Ace makes the maneuver, but maybe down the bottom lane, caught with a static storm. The Lincoln's was popped and down he goes. Buyback is available, but now SF, half his souls down the drain.
Terrorblade forced to use meta.
He's been slept up here by the stomp. Mid one still has that cheese to go. Call down ready as well, but it looks like Secret pretty happy just to wait the metamorphosis out for now, right?
Yeah, after meta is down, Shadowfin will be out and will only have half of the souls. But they can just continue to split push. They want to force them to maybe use Naga Sleep, and then they're good to go.
Ace is just so ballsy. The rest of his team moves over towards, mid one while he goes top lane, chips the tier 3, clears out the wave. Half HP less than even on this tier 3 up at top lane. As Puppy Static Storm, it'll be up again when Shadowfiend's alive. Mid one can pop the cheese as well if he wants to survive. As Ace just keeps battering away at this tower. Aegis still up, of course, for 1 second.
On the bottom lane, you have Beastmaster who's split pushing with his creeps, just blinking out. This lineup has no catch whatsoever.
Look at LGD, they're like running from one lane to the other, and then Secret just run back as soon as they see these heroes appear. It really is a masterclass from Secret in how to manipulate these waves, getting in onto the towers.
Yep, Aegis is gone, so they should be careful about it. Not overextend Beastmaster, like they're just spreading them all over the place.
Shadowfiend honestly going to have to start thinking about jumping in onto the Luna and just trying to blow her up, but needs souls first. Raze is clearing out these waves nicely. Beastmaster bottom with a catapult to go. I'll just keep chipping away at that wave with the wild axes, but Secret looks like they're pretty happy just to retreat back. They held onto the cheese. They've got Butterfly done now, coming out on the courier, in fact, for mid one with a salve as well. So they are fully ready just to go back in, finish off one of these towers, and open up the racks. LGD can't even leave their base at this point, it feels like. They've been hemmed in. Observer Ward's watching their every move.
Yeah, it feels like they're just stuck in the base, trying to get Terrorblade to level 20. That reflection could change things a little bit. Full butterfly on Luna and Gyro, so they have nothing to pierce through the evasion.
Oh, Luna has one as well. Okay.
Yeah, because why not?
Just what I needed.
Yeah, just what I needed. Yes, Disruptor. Absolutely. Arcane Rune up on Puppey. Let's go and utilize these spells, shall we? Mid one. Clears out mid wave. Fata dealing with bottom. Of course, he does have the Boots of Travel, able to join in with the rest of his team at the drop of a hat. The Hawk scouting out the Terrorblade will keep vision over LGD for a short time. Jumping in, though. Shadow Fiend realizes that with that Static Storm down, he cannot go for the Requiem play. Will back up, but the song is here. FY catches 4. Can they get on top of a big target, though? Where's the Shadow Fiend? Where's the Requiem? He's not available. Mid one will get trapped in here, but throws the cooldown in. Maybe still holding onto that ulti, but mid one, he's got the cheese in 2 seconds. There is no way you're killing this Gyrocopter with that Butterfly ready and raring to go. Now, though, with the BKB done, Requiem too early. Lacoste too early. Now Gyro pops the cheese and maybe will have to run away. The Gyro survives through it all. And the one thing we didn't want to happen has happened. In onto the racks. The buildings are falling and LGD absolutely shredded here by Team Secret's game plan. Masterful display as the missile finishes off FY. The TB will sunder back onto Ace, but a quick Hurricane Pike back will allow the Luna to escape. But Rax top, and now maybe an SF bot. A Secret really pulling out all the stops in this game.
I told you the recipe how not to miss a Shadow Fiend ulti, and it just happened. They have no lockdown whatsoever, and Team Secret at this point can just do whatever they want.
It really does feel that way. Oh, Luna, ulti. BKB as well, kills off X-Nova. Oh, Somnus. A Ghost Scepter up for him. A spooky proposition against that Eclipse, but it ends at the right time, and good game has been called. Secret, 19-9. 22,000 net worth lead at the end, but it was an absolute clinic from them. Precision gaming from start to finish.
Precision gaming, you say. Well, at the end, they were spreading them in their base the same way your tattoo of a rose spreads. When you have a tattoo of a rose on your back, you know, and you get fat and it looks like a cabbage in the end. You don't know?
I showed you that in confidence, Lacoste. You weren't meant to share that with the rest of the people on the stream. My beautiful rose tattoo is not a cabbage.
Alright, this is just a show of how good Team Secret is. I think it's a bit of a outdraft in terms of from Team Secret side, but also bad draft from LGD. Like when you have a Terrorblade, you need some kind of stun, some kind of control, puck, whatever. They could just run away. That was the big problem.
Well, that will be game 1 of this best of 3. If things continue that way, honestly, Secret looking in a pretty good spot to just storm themselves through to the grand finals. Honestly, LGD, time to step things up. Game 2 coming up shortly. We'll have a break until then.